They call it the MSI Creator 15 OLED edition. In this video, let's unbox it. I am really excited to have this laptop in my studio. I recently reviewed the Creator Z16. So if you've seen that on the channel, or if you haven't, go ahead and check it out. I'm really excited to get my hands on the 15. This is their classic Creator laptop. It's been on the market for a handful of years now, and this is their newest iteration of this laptop. I'm really hoping for a few things, like a large trackpad. I'm hoping for nice build quality, a thin and light package. There's a few preferences that I'm hoping to see. So, man, I'm really excited. I've been waiting for this laptop for months and months. Last year's Creator edition was great. There were a few critiques that I had. I didn't think the build quality was the most amazing. So I'm excited to check this one out. Box, quite a big package, I must say. What we got here? Smell test. All right. Would you like to do the honors? Before we go ahead and take a look at the laptop, check out the old charger block here. Looks like we have a 200 watt charger block, if I'm not mistaken. 230. There's a 230 right there. So there would be the size of the package that you'll have in your backpack on the go. All right, so taking a look at the laptop for the first time, I'm gonna go ahead and it feels a little on the heavy side, I'm not gonna lie. It's a good, pretty thin package, but a little heavier than I would expect. I'm gonna pull up the weight, of course, here on the screen and the thickness. And then notice that this is a very similar package to the Raider or the Stealth. Those are the gaming editions of this laptop. And as I'm looking at the assembly, I'm not loving how they brought the side panel into the bottom cover. It kind of just sits very at a 90-degree angle. There's no really curvature. So there's not any catchy edges. It doesn't look, super designed and thought through. So that's one thing that stands out to me first. And then as you look at the ports do kind of just look stuck on there as well. So that'd be my one complaint as far as design and aesthetic. It doesn't look as refined and finished as I would hope. Something like the Razer Blade 15 has wonderful design, aesthetic, and finishings. This is just not its strong suit thus far. But as you can see, we have a USB Type A, HDMI, USB Type C, and then your power connector. And on the other side, we have a headphone jack, USB Type C, 2 USB Type A's, and then your RJ45. We got a vent on the right side panel and the left side panel, as well as the back of the chassis. As you can see, we have a really cool design nod there on the back though, the Creator 15. So I like that, that's pretty cool, it stands out. All right, let's go ahead and get this bad boy opened. Let's try and open it with one hand. Opens and closes with one hand very easily. I'm liking that. And let's go ahead and check out the screen flex. There is some screen flex, but honestly, compared to a lot of other large screened laptops, and by large, I mean above 13 inches, there's not much screen flex on that. And then check at the bottom. The bottom, there's a little bit, but not much either. I like these big, thick hinges. They feel really sturdy on the laptop. Looking at the screen, we have a large 15.6-inch display. It is a 16:9 aspect ratio. If you want the taller aspect ratio, you'll have to get the Z16, which I'll do a full head-to-head review between those two laptops. This is a 4K OLED display. They're saying it'll get 500 nits at full brightness, 100% DCI-P3, and Delta E less than 2. So we'll verify that in the full review to make sure all those numbers are spot on. As we shift our focus down to the keyboard, I like the SteelSeries keyboard. It's quiet, has good snappy key press. It's a short to medium key activation. And then unfortunately, something that I often am not fond of, they have done, which is the half a shift key or the 3/4 shift key. I wish they would have just simply made the arrow key 2 small arrow keys, since I don't use the arrow keys a ton, and then give me a full shift key. I tend to miss the shift key when it's not a full shift key, and so that's a little frustration and a preference of mine. However, they do have a full control key on the other side here, which is nice when you're doing, control clicking things. Having a larger control key is a very nice thing to have. As you can see, we have speakers on the top of the keyboard deck. I'm super curious how these are gonna perform because we actually don't have any speakers along the bottom cover of the chassis. So those seem to be the only speakers on the laptop. And again, checking that out during the full review. Now, one thing I was really hoping for, and unfortunately they did not follow through with for myself personally, is they've given us a super wide trackpad, which is great. Like, I'm glad it's like nice and wide, but I really would have preferred that this vent either get smaller or pushed up or done something else besides giving us this short, wide trackpad. I feel like height is often very important for a trackpad, and though this is wide, I feel like it's too wide. I'm not, so let's watch my mouse go across the screen here, okay? So I start here, and I'm already at the other side of the screen before I even finish the trackpad. So the width is unnecessary, but then if I go and I want to do the height, I don't make the full height, okay? And obviously this could be changed with, the settings within your laptop. You can make the responsiveness faster, but just how it came out of the factory, it's too wide and too short. So I wish it would be taller and not as wide personally, and I think that would have been a much better use of the space. Now, how they could have done that engineering wise, that's not my expertise, but I really wish in the future we get a taller, more robust trackpad, since this is built for creators, and a lot of creators on the go are not using mice or a mouse, or however you want to say it. So that's one area that I dinged the Z16, and I'm going to ding the Creator 15 OLED for as well. I just give us a good sized trackpad, please, and this would be a much better computer. We do have a webcam on the top bezel of the screen, and here's a quick sample for you of the webcam. Here is the webcam on the MSI Creator 15, and it is quite bad. I'm not gonna lie, it's not good. As mentioned with the Z16, the MSI Center is fantastic. There's so much customization opportunity for the fan modes, for the battery optimization, for audio, for performance, for specific applications to use certain GPU or CPU performance settings more or less. And so I love the customization that they offer inside of the MSI Center. It's great. It has a lot of robust features, and so I love that addition that they've added. They've not only created, good hardware with the i7 and the RTX GPU, but they also give us good software to optimize those two components as much as possible. All right, we have the screws undone and the laptop all opened up. And as you can see, we have 3 fans, which I think is fantastic. I'm excited to see how well this laptop is cooled by the fan and coil heat pipe system we have in place here. You have a occupied M.2 slot and an extra one in case you want to expand your storage, which is fantastic. I love when a 15-inch laptop gives us great customization. And then also we have 2 RAM slots here, so you can upgrade both of these, which is great. There's a lot of laptops going to this 1 RAM system, specifically Asus laptops, and I don't love that. I wish they would not do that. So that's really good as well. So overall, I like the upgrade path and the customization that's available in this laptop. Everything's easy to access, even the Wi-Fi card here. So great move on that MSI. I think this is a great expandable laptop for your needs. Links if you're ready to make a purchase, likes if this video has brought you some value, and subs if you don't miss out on the full review. I'll see you here in the next one.